So let's take a look at this garden. It is the garden in front of the lodge. I guess that's its name. It's a kind of a goofy name. Maybe it should have its own name, I don't know. It's called Lodge Garden, whatever. There's lots of plants actually growing in here. There's citrus that produces now. I've got some gray water running into it. We've got a blue agave over here that's relatively happy. So that's nice to see. And then look, it's putting out babies. That's fantastic. I had not seen that before. It's doing it off the roots, I believe, so it hasn't flowered. I would love it to flower because then I could get tons of seeds. But we've got 1 baby, 2 babies, 3 babies, 4 babies, and 1 baby's pretty big, so a big baby. All kinds of flowering, little bushes and trees in here. What we should do in here is Tierra de Encino the whole thing. Make Tierra de Encino, cover it. Also, as many flat spots as we can create. Like this right in here could be a flat spot. And that way I could have a couple of metal outdoor chairs. I would like to maximize metal outdoor chairs here because it's so close to the lodge and there aren't actually a lot of places to sit out here. So I want this to be a more pleasurable garden. There's nopales in here, succulents, red hot pokers, things I forgot the name of. We might as well get rid of this acacia up here. We've got acacias all over the property, so they're not as interesting. Also, they lose their leaves for a lot of the year, and then they're visually not as interesting as well. So that should change. We do have a circular road, a driveway that comes up to the lodge. I might want to change that. And the way I can do that is by, well, I'm probably going to keep it as a circular driveway, but I can level out this driveway here. And then in many cases we can actually have this as chairs. The goal is to have the level of this garden bleed right into the level of this garden over here, which then would become one big garden. Oh look, a grafting is all happy over here. That's great. Now this garden grew over. This was all made with dirt that came out from that cistern that we dug. And so it was nice soft dirt. So it did really well. I'd like to cover it in stuff and put in some chairs, some outdoor sitting chairs. Different times of the day around here are going to have shade or not. And so we raise this up a tiny bit, and that's going to help it connect better with the lodge a little bit, and also have it connect better with the studio and the terraza. It's almost tempting, like, yeah, right up down in here, we want to raise it up quicker so that we can have more space at the same level. That's the goal. Out here in the other part in front of the lodge, we can just clean this garden up, I think, and see what we got. I might want to put in trails or, again, sitting areas. This does have very nice shade. It has a bird bath, a very thirsty nopal. My goodness. The older leaves are just shriveled, and then it's putting out new leaves now that will be really tasty. This area over in here probably should be raised up to the same level of all this. Why not? This was a trail to go down there, but we've got a road to walk on, and so I see no reason not to do a whole bunch of Tierra de Encino in there, and perhaps dirt as well, but deep in Tierra de Encino is pretty handy. There are 3 pines in here, which eventually will have to come down, but that could be 30 years from now. When they do come down, they're going to squish everything, and my fear is that they would squish valuable plants. So it's tempting just to pull those out of here. They're not providing much shade, and it's kind of like if we're going to invest in this garden, we don't want to invest in something that then just gets squished. So back to this garden over here. I should probably name each section of these gardens I'm talking about. There's essentially 3 gardens here. There's an island garden over there, the one next to the turret. So it already is very well developed. That's the best developed one. I mean, look at the size of this bird of paradise. It's very happy there next to this cistern. And what we're going to do is, when the rains come, we'll divide that and we'll put more of them out. Since it likes it here, we might as well put them in here somewhere. So the goal for this year is just clean this garden up over here. We got another blue agave. We could have a little flatter sitting spot right in here. I think this is great. It's right next to the lodge. And so I want places for people to sit out in nature, but people are often very comfortable near the buildings. And so I have to adjust to that a little bit. Got this really cool plant here that we've been reproducing, and we'll try that in more and more spots. We got more bird of paradise, very thirsty succulent thing. Coralline here. Oh, that got really big, didn't it? We gotta collect seeds on that guy because it just keeps growing up. It doesn't grow out. Anyway, we've got lots of coralline. We should plant more of that. Here's a rubber tree. That's the only one we've got. perfect candidate for air layering because it hasn't flowered, and we can do it via cuttings, I think, pretty well. But I think we'll increase our odds on cuttings and have a more rapid growth if instead of doing a cutting, we go ahead and do air layering. So we could air layer, for example, the lower 2 branches. Those are fairly large, and we could air layer other pieces instead of pruning it, for example. So yeah, and then make a little flatter out here. Down there, I don't know. It goes down to the area where the swings are. So it's just a tough area all around. But so those are some ideas of what we can do with the garden in front of the lodge. Yeah, once it's flatter up here, we can dump Tierra de Encino on it and make the ground a little healthier and also comfy to walk on. Like fine Tierra de Encino. We should probably have a word for that.